Kyle Rush.
If you caught that, no, you didn't. If you caught that, no, you didn't. If you caught that by any chance, no, you didn't. That was my instant karma for starting off my live by trying to talk to Jam Republic. And I am not going to go on that monologue again because I practiced it all day and I think I performed it pretty well. And so before the gods above try to come for my live one more time today, this is my official apology to Jam Republic. Welcome back to No Counts Given Live, everyone. This is my second shot at trying this. We were just live for just about 10 minutes, and my screen decided to say, well, no, we don't want to work today. Oh, no, it was working in front of me. It was fully working in front of me. However, it was not working on the screen. So when we were trying to watch Connor Lim's video, it was not working. So we're going to try this again. We're going to circle it back. And if you, by any chance, are watching right now, you might watch attempt number 2 that might just go complete south. Welcome back to No Counts Given Live. If you're catching us now, or if you're catching me now, hit that subscribe button. Last week I said that we were 300 subscribers away from being at our goal of 6,500 subscribers. Yeah, we're 200 away now. 200 away. 100 people subscribed last week. And thank you guys so much for just supporting the lives and watching them and just sharing some kind of time with me. I appreciate it. To be honest with you, if this happened and I didn't have that one person in the comments saying they stayed up until 2:30 in the morning, South Africa, I wouldn't have felt the urge to hop on and try this again. And I appreciate anyone that just spends any time to hop in and watch. I do have the chat on subscribers only for this live, and it's going to stay that way for the live. So if you want to comment and join in on the conversation, subscribe. You have to be subscribed for at least 5 minutes. Then you can start joining in on the conversation. I'm trying to get to my goal, and I'm going to try and get there one way or another. You hear me? All right, listen, what's everyone's weekend's plan? Oh, I said that really weird. What's your weekend plan? Please leave it in the comments down below and entertain me. Please, I have a very long weekend. If you heard me yapping about this, I'm about to embark on a 7-hour road trip. Yep, to Central California, where I'm from, Fresno area. I have a choreography job. I'm going to be teaching Palm all weekend, which I can't wait. I love teaching Palm. It's going to be a fun routine. And it's always just fun going back to the 559 and where I'm from. I don't like the heat. It's a hot, and I was looking up the temperature. It's already triple digits, and I'm just not looking forward to that. Welcome back, ballerina girl, EXO. I appreciate you hopping in, and thank you for staying up. It's probably like, 3 a.m. South Africa time, and so I appreciate you just watching. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you everyone who supports live in general. Listen, next week's going to be very different. Yeah, very different. I'm only going to do one live next week, which is going to be Wednesday. It's going to be Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific time. I promise we won't have any issues. Every single live we had issues. Every single live we have had issues, and it's fine. We're going to get these kinks out, and next week we're going to get it right. Next week on Wednesday, which is August 19th, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, California. You do the math where you are located. We are going to be watching GRV and Royal Family. I was going to do it in 2 separate videos, but knowing the week that I have coming up, the week that I have next week, I need to prepare myself mentally and not put so much on my plate. Next week, I'm excited though, because we are going to have a guest on the podcast. It's not coming out next week, but I guess I'll give that hint. He is going to be coming to my house, and we're going to be filming. First podcast I'm going to be filming with the guest since I've been living here at our new house. So that's going to be fun, and I'm excited for you guys to see. The guest is kind of intertwined with IDL. Not going to lie. You're going to have to stay tuned and watch, so make sure you're subscribed. It's going to be a fun one. I'm not going to tease anything else. If you want to know when we go live, make sure you hit that notification bell. Also, if you want to know when we go live, I do have a broadcast channel now on Instagram. I believe the link is in the description. If it's not, by the time I am done with this live this evening, it will be in the description. So, or go follow us on No Counts Given on Instagram. It is also in our bio there. I'm going to start next week. I'm going to start writing when I'm going live then, and I'll be sending the link directly there. So if you want, go on, join. I'm going to be sending some more No Counts Given and updates on that broadcast channel. And after today, or after you're watching this, make sure you go and watch today's podcast episode. I talked about ESPN. I talked about IDL, their partnership with each other. Also, Urban Outfitters did a collab with some iconic dance teams, college dance teams, which I thought was pretty cool. GRV is also in there. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you've probably already seen it. They're Urban Outfitters. GRV is in that mix as well, too. They posted it, I think, today on their Instagram. I think I saw. Before we get into anything else, is it already been that time? It's already been that time. We have an ad from my sponsors, Dance Team Union, bringing you No Counts Given live. Roll the ad. Let's come back. We have something. Connor Lim touched on ESPN, which I found very great timing because I posted my podcast episode. Then, like 3 hours later, 2 hours later, he posted something, or they posted something on IDL. So we're gonna watch that together as well too. So let's roll the ad. Then we're gonna get into that.
Dance Team Union is a proud sponsor of No Counts Given. Dance Team Union was established in 2016, and since year one, DTU has grown to host one of the most elite dance team nationals in the country. With nearly 300 teams from more than 35 states, the atmosphere of DTU Nationals is unlike any other. Here, teams push boundaries in 9 different styles of dance and set the bar high in the battle competitions, creating a crowd you have never seen before. At DTU, there is no limit on the number of dancers and no limit on your creativity and vision. Their mission is to ensure you are the main event. Your voice matters, your artistry is just as important as your athleticism. You're celebrated for the work you have done to create what you bring to the floor. Join the movement at DTU Nationals on March 4th to the 7th, 2027 in Orlando, Florida for an experience that is all about you.
And you know I'm gonna be there. You know I'm going to be there. Of course I'm going to be there. All right, let's go back to. All right, here we go. We have Connor Lim here, ESPN. Listen, I know you cannot see me. That's fine. That's fine. You cannot see me. That's fine. We're working with some limits here, okay? Connor Lim here. He is the co-founder and commissioner of the IDL. He posted this today. There's just a lot of talk right now in regarding IDL and ESPN, and if you go onto their page, you're going to see all of the, I don't want to say backlash, but there's been quite a few responses that people have been very vocal about when it comes to anything like IDL or not IDL, sorry, ESPN and dance and mixing the sportification and dance and all of that stuff. So here's Connor Lim. Let's listen.
All right, let's talk about ESPN and what the
I'm
IDL is
sorry.
doing there. So a lot of people had a lot of questions about, oh no, dance on TV, is it going to get misrepresented again and again? I get it, man. It's happened a lot. I've watched a lot of these shows, cringe inside with how dance gets shown, and this is not that. So I want to explain the differences between what you traditionally see with a reality TV show on these networks versus a sports media deal, which is what this is. Traditionally on TV, unscripted department in a network will say, hey, we want to create a dance show. Let's do X, Y, or Z. Let's hire these dancers. Let's get these crews on, and we'll perform a whole like dog and pony show. That's cool, but that's not what we're doing. This is more of a traditional sports media deal, which is a network will say, hey, look, your sport is really, really cool, and we want to broadcast that. And so what's amazing about this is this legitimizes a lot of what we're doing as a sport, which is the IDL produces our events, produces the broadcast, and is now being represented on ESPN. So we are the creative producers on everything that you're seeing, from the diverse judge panel, the way we show dance on stage, to the way we talk about dance. That's all done by the IDL. It is truly what you see on our live streams, cut down to a 60-minute format, just repackaged and delivered to way more people all around the world because of ESPN, which we're super grateful for and we're very excited about. All right.
All right. So very transparent, right? Very transparent. You guys are about to see my cam do something very crazy. Don't mind it. I cannot believe the issues I've been having with using OBS. I'm like, I don't know, OBS. I might need to try something different. I can't believe the issues that I'm having, but it's fine. We ball. There's been a lot of conversation about the contract or partnership that IDL and ESPN have together, because people are scared that we're going to be losing the art of dance. And there are so many conversations that are happening. They're going to continue to happen. But one thing that's very important is that there is still some kind of transparency with the IDL and, you know, what they're going through. We've seen it with their investments. We're seeing it with these contracts. There are some things that I feel like there are communities that still have questions about. But I mean, what can we do, right? They're providing as much information, I think, as they want to right now. Not that they can. I know that there's still conversations going on with like contracts, how athletes are getting paid, what kind of benefits are they receiving if there's injury, you know, what is set up or and plan if there's some kind of injury. So there's still a lot of questions that I think we all kind of have, which is valid. But yeah, I think it's going to be a while till we get those. I would like to see, and I'm trying, not that I want to ask these specific questions that I'm talking about right now, but I am trying to get Connor on the pod. Connor, if you ever come across this, I want you to come on the pod. I did some outreach. I'm waiting to hear back. Anyway, so that was part one. There was a part two, which actually gained a little bit more traction than the others. Let's just hide my thing for now. All right. Look at me. Thank you for the transparency. I appreciate the transparency. Now, yeah, like I said, there's going to be more questions, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to have a lot more questions, right? But I think this kind of gives a good place of what a lot of people were wondering in terms of contracts, in terms of how the money is being split, in terms of what the athletes are receiving. It doesn't answer all of our questions. It answers some of our questions. I know that there are a lot of people that still do have questions. I'm going to let this play, and then I actually want to scroll to the comments and see if there's any that we should find and we could talk about.
Let's talk ESPN. So a lot of people have been, hey guys, what's up? Let's talk ESPN.
Okay.
So a lot of people have been in the comments asking, what's going on here? Are dancers getting paid? How does this format work? So how does the IDL work? And how do media rights like ESPN and the IDL work together to actually change that? So the first thing to understand is how leagues work, and in our case, how the IDL works. So the IDL is actually a group of teams for which the IDL works on behalf of these teams to go out and get revenue for everybody. So it's a collective bargaining agreement. So these teams are owned by dancers, and the dancers themselves compete on these teams, and we as a league go out on their behalf to get revenue. So that includes media rights, ticketing, merchandising. Everything gets pulled together and split back to the teams. Of course, this is our first year, so what that means is that there's not a lot of revenue get pulled back. But what the IDL has done is we've been able to go and raise outside capital to be able to fund these teams in everything that they're doing. So for the first time ever, teams are getting paid a minimum guarantee to show up and compete at the IDL. They're getting their travel covered, they're getting accommodations, they're getting their visas, right? So we're doing all of this so that the team owners and the dancers themselves are actually getting something out of it. And that's the cool thing. These are franchises that will reap benefits as the league grows. So as our media rights deals grows, as our ticketing grows, as all this stuff grows over time, we've actually built the ability to be sustainable back to these teams, because what they're building is actually something that we can all benefit from. Not just, oh, there's this show that's being sold and only the producers are making money. That's not the case. All of us together, we are negotiating a new future, and this ESPN deal is a great first step into that, because it's showing that people are believing in our vision and supporting the fact that dancers deserve to be on a stage and be the stars, and deserves to be a sport.
Half the comments saying nice kills me. I do have to say, I do find it interesting that all of the, you know, the people that have very vocal opinions aren't responding on it. So it makes me wonder if that answers a majority of their questions, if that just shut the beast up, or you know what. So very interesting. I like the transparency. I'm here for the transparency. I think, like I said, there's still a lot of questions that are needed to be answered. But at the end of the day, I think about it like this. Look, all of these questions that I feel people are so upset about, I'm like, these teams knew what they were signing up for. these coaches knew what they were signing up for. These athletes knew what they were signing up for. I think about it like it's like this, the same conversation that I see right now surrounding IDL is the same conversation I used to see a lot surrounding pro dance and entertainment dance, like NFL, NBA, whatever the sort. And there was a lot of conversations about pay. Oh, these dancers need to be paid more because they're under these millions and $1 million organizations. Like, I was dancing for the Golden State Warriors. Like, the money that they got. Right. But I didn't do it for the money. And I think trust me, I get it. I didn't do it for the money. In fact, I was driving 4 hours commuting just for practices. So trust me, I was not doing it for the money. If anything, it paid for my gas money. So like when you're putting yourself in these positions, we know what we're signing up for, right? So do I think that takes away from anyone's points or any questions that people have? No, I think what everyone has to say is still very valid. Yep. So that's that. All right. I want to go into Jam Republic now. Listen, I know that I was very critical of Jam Republic. To begin with. I do very much so appreciate what Jam Republic brings to the table. Now, I want to say this because almost actually in every single one of my videos that I've done so far, I was looking at this more from like a judging standpoint, commentator standpoint, not from like a spectator standpoint, right? Today, going into watching Jam Republic, I do want to look at these routines a little bit more of a spectator standpoint and support. Not that I wasn't before, but I want to support further each of these teams. I might have to go back and do it for Quick Style. Listen, if you watch that live stream of Quick Style, bless your soul, bless my soul. I'm still recovering from that. Believe it or not, I am still recovering from that. Let me make sure I got through all my notes. I think I got through all my notes. All right, let's talk about Jam Republic really quick. Let's go to Jam Republic is a Singapore pace. Look at me already skipping on my words. I don't think I switched it over. Let me switch it over first. Oh, trust me, we will not be getting any mic issues anytime soon. Knock on wood. Is this wood? I think this is wood. Yeah, I fixed it. The little mute button here, no, I fixed that. If I click it, look at it, you can still hear me. You can still, yep, see? I fixed it. I was like, I'm not doing that. It was way too sensitive. I was like, I'm not doing that. You got to be kidding me. There's got to be another option. All right, Jam Republic is a Singapore-based dance agency known for representing top choreographers and dancers across the global stage. So one thing that's very different from Jam Republic amongst other competitors is that Jam Republic is actually an agency. It's not like a studio like GRV. It's not like a, dance. I don't want to say team, but dance team. It's a dance team here. Dance team like Brotherhood, whatever, right? So from my understanding is that Jam Republic is, like I just said, an agency which actually represents these dancers with media bookings, choreography services, brand partnerships, workshops, international bookings, as you can see here. In 2023, Jam Republic entered the competitive spotlight by assembling an international all-female team to compete on Street Woman Fighter 2. The team made up of dancers from New Zealand, Australia, China, Samoa, and the United States finished as runner-ups and gained worldwide recognition. So, as you can see, Jam Republic obviously has a great resume, right? They have plenty of successful dancers. Oh, one thing I gotta say, IDL, if this ever comes across your desk, one thing that I would love, you don't have to do it. It's just a slight suggestion. One thing I would love is just to hop on here and see like some seasonal stats. Like I see upcoming events, but I would like to see like win losses. So that way, if I want to go and study a team, I have it all on one page versus having to swift through each series stop. So just a brief. Oh no, not my Siri going off. I didn't say. I said series, not Siri. Get out of here. Main character always thinking everything's about you. All right. Anyways, yeah, I would like to see some stats on here. Just throwing that out there. Or like when, dancers traded, maybe some like news, all that stuff. Anyways, as you could see here, their dancers come from all over. You have Philippines, you have USA. They come from all over. So from conversations that I've had, and from what I've understood, is that it's very rare that these dancers actually come together during just regular weeks, like say a Brotherhood could or a GRV could, to practice, set, rehearse, and get routines ready for the stage. It is not practical for them. They're going to places and learning choreography while they're there preparing. It's like they're meeting 2 weeks before three. I don't remember what it was, what the conversation has, but every stop is like very different and every circumstance is very different. So what they're faced with and the product that they're still able to deliver, I would be very proud of as a teammate or a coach, right? Like, especially going into something that's so new, like IDL, you don't know what to expect. It's, I think the season success that they've had is really good. And I think it's really fun to see and watch them grow continuously. I say this about every team so far, is that like as the standard raises, it's nice to see some kind of consistency in scores. I know that Jam Republic has had some troubles in scores. Actually, I want to open up their scores really quick. Let's go through. I'm not going to share it on my screen though. Get a little too personal with all my notes over here. Jam Republic, so they started off, well, first things first to know, Jam Republic is I think now the only team that is only, or maybe Jam and GRV, only team to only go to round 2 once, I think. They only went to round 2 in Vancouver. New York, they scored 82.49. So, like, as your debut, obviously not the best score to have, 82.49. I think it was the lowest of that round. However, in Vancouver, with that time in between, they were able to have massive improvements and get to an 88.35. Vancouver 2 still had great consistency in the scores where they were at an 86.17. But then we get to Sydney, and I keep saying this. It feels like Sydney was the moment where the judges were like, oh no, this is the International Dance League. This is the IDL. Like, this isn't some $100 registration fee competition down the block in a high school auditorium. Like, this is the International Dance League. Because we started seeing scores, I don't want to say drop, but we started seeing judges just score more difficult, right? Routines were looking more clear, but the scores were not improving. So I started noticing that in Sydney, and Jam's score was a major ding to look at this. 81 flat. And then you go to Seoul, and they were able to have some improvements and get to an 85.57. So from all of those, their highest score being in Vancouver. Now, Vancouver was a little wonky. Like, scoring was very high. I think we were seeing 10s from Brotherhood in Vancouver. And I will still say this yet. I don't think we should see any 10s in this series in any caption for quite a while. Like that, we can't set that standard season 1. Like that achievement should be something, I don't know, not yet. It's too early. And then lowest score being in Sydney. So I'm excited to watch some of these routines. I was thinking about doing the launch event, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think I'm going to be doing the launch event. I think we're going to skip the launch event. I'm sorry. Yeah, half the comments saying nice is killing me. Let's talk about that really quick because no, I won't. I'll save it. All right. I want to hang on, give me 1 second. Oh, I can't do this here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the sub. Come on, turn off sub mode. We could let everyone comment. But good thing you guys can't hear my music in the background. All right, sorry guys. I'm just trying to scroll so that way we can turn on anyone. Okay. All right, it should change in a couple minutes. All right, let's get back into it. We are getting into, we're going to watch, come on, notes. Where'd you go? Sorry, guys. Here we go. We're going to watch New York round 1 first. Now, I am well aware as we watch this, you guys will not be able to see me, okay? I'm going to have to figure, it's like every single day, every single live, I cannot catch a break. Like, I cannot catch a break. Every single live I've been having some kind of issues with, okay? It was mics, then it was mics again, and now it's my camera. It's okay. It's okay. We ball. We ball. All right. Let's turn this over. There's OBS. All right. Jam Republic. I almost said Seattle. Jam Republic, round 1, New York series. Oh, here we go. And I'm going to turn it down because I'm going to talk over it briefly sometimes. Oh, we're not doing that again, Kyle. We're not doing that again. We don't need captions on these dance videos. We're not doing that again.
You in my lane, you in my way. You cross that line, it ain't your day. I lost my mind. I need my spot.
Might be one of Jam's most underrated routines, not gonna lie to you. I just love the energy that they bring, especially in a performance, like performance value that they have, and especially in like the individuality, I would say too. Like you could watch. Sometimes it's a little tricky on the score sheet, right? Because sometimes judges are like, "We want you to match all the same vibes," but I think sometimes it's fun to just watch people be their individual selves when dancing. But there is something to say about staying clean in that as well too, in a competitive atmosphere. So their lowest score, actually two of their lowest scores in this, was their cleanliness and their technical execution. So as they went on, though, especially with the cleanliness, they started improving a ton throughout the series. So as we get to Vancouver, where they got a 9, Vancouver 2, round 2, they got a 8.83, Sydney an 8, Seoul 8.85. So improving a ton in the cleanliness captions, but then other captions like complexity of choreography is where they started struggling in the middle of the season. So fun to watch Jam improve throughout the season, but it always seems like each round it's like they master a caption, but then they lose touch of another one. And then they master a caption, then they lose touch of another one. And they're not able to like collectively master all the captions and bring them together. Like they always have them well, but then there's just a few that just are not there. So I'm excited to see Jam. I'm actually very excited to see Jam in LA, especially with their scoring kind of being still consistent, but still like a little up and down. Um, I'm excited to see what they bring to LA. We see what they're capable of, which I think is something to be said. Like Jam, I think is one that we actually do see quite the variety, but still remains entertaining and fun. So here is Jam Republic. This is going to be Vancouver round one. Now, again, let's switch it over first before I start yapping again. Again, this is their highest scoring set of the season. Okay. I think this set had so much potential. This set had so much potential. I remember talking about this set, and the only thing for this set that I needed more of, I just kept saying it was a little bit repetitive, and I just needed it to feel finished and predictable. I wanted it to feel less predictable. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Nice moments. I love the way that Jam hears musicality. Hey, let's go. Even though we're not supposed to do solo moments, I do love this solo moment. As a judge, I'm like, no. But as a spectator, I'm like, yes, eat down, please, give me more. Even this part, like as a judge, I'm like, oh, more content, more content. But as a spectator, I'm like, oh, yes, live, please, live. I love this add-on here. Very clever. Nice intricacy here too. Nice musicality on that caught up. That solo moment could have been very impactful as a team. So some choices that nice timing. Some choices I wouldn't necessarily make, especially with that solo moment again right there. They just need to feel a little bit more intentional, but also at the same time, judges are not supposed to be feeling those. Judges are not looking for those solo moments. Love, and love the ending. Love the ending. Love just the poses and how they just get to that spot. Great routine from Jam. As their highest scoring routine, to me, like, it makes sense. It had a lot more creativity than what we've seen from Jam. It had a lot of stylistic athleticism. If you ask me, they could have amplified it even further. But I think what they had as a core in this routine has such a great start that the only thing I can say is that it just didn't feel finished, right? I love all the moments that they had as a spectator and as an audience member. Like those solos that they have, I love a good solo. I choreograph solos still, like in group routines, and I know I shouldn't. I'm trying to get more clever at it, but it's like when you have a dancer that could just live in the moment. As someone who still does it and can appreciate it, I still do appreciate it. So very fun routine from Jam. Jam Republic Vancouver sets supremacy for real. I just wish they utilized the solo moments better, since they arguably have the most insane lineup of dancers in the league. Yeah. And that's another thing with Jam too. Now that you mentioned that, like having that insane lineup of dancers. With that insane lineup of dancers, though, one thing that I tend to find with Jam Republic is that they struggle to find like that middle ground, right, of movement. So that way no one's over dancing another person, and instead we're all collectively dancing at one unit. That is one thing that I think Jam struggles with, and they've had struggled with, which is why their cleanliness, especially in that New York set, we saw a little bit lower. Yeah. Love where Jam's going. All right, here we go. Let's watch their Vancouver round 2 set. The only time, hello, the only time they made it to a round 2. That is no shade. Oh, that is no shade to Jam. It is what it is. I mean, shoot. I was saying this in my podcast episode with Jessica. I thought going into the league and going into the series, and again, I'm not saying this as a way to talk down to any dancers. I'm not saying this as a way to take away from any dancers or any team's success. And it really bothers me that we have to say things like that before we say something. I was saying in my interview or my podcast episode with Jess is that I thought GRV was going to be who Brotherhood is now. I thought GRV was going to be who Brotherhood is now, going off through the season. And one thing I've learned about this season is that I should not be making any more predictions, because every single time I make any kind of prediction, I am wrong. Anytime I make any kind of prediction, I am wrong. Almost all of my predictions before Seoul was incorrect. Almost every single one was incorrect. Now during the event, I was almost on top of it, but it was embarrassing. So I've learned to just not make any predictions. But with that being said, make sure you stay tuned for the week before the LA launch event, so that way you could come for my predictions video. All right, let's watch some more of Jam. Do we not just watch this? No, this isn't the same. No, okay. I was like, why did this sound familiar? Why does this sound familiar? I thought we watched this already. Great routine from Jam. Let's take a look at those scores really quick, because I am actually pretty curious of what their highest captions were for these two performances. So looking at Vancouver, they went against Quick Style for round 1. Highest caption looks like it was that cleanliness caption, which is very surprising if you think about what their lowest caption was in New York. What was another one? Let's see. They had an 8.33 in staging being an area of opportunity from that set there. So I'm really hoping that Jam really dials into these Vancouver sets, and as well as their Seoul set, because their Seoul set wasn't as bad in terms of scoring as well too. So dialing into those two routines and really finding their strengths in those, pulling those out for LA. We don't know who they're going to compete against yet, but for championships, we don't know who they're going to compete against yet. Anyways, we're also live on TikTok now too. We're also live on TikTok. I know I said I wasn't going to do TikTok anymore because some people were a little crazy on my last TikTok live, but we'll just do it for a little bit. Why not? I'll probably not even engage with it, but we are live on YouTube. If you are also watching on YouTube, what is up, everybody? Thank you for always tuning in to No Counts Given Live. We have one more that we have to watch until we actually have to get into my last sponsored message of the evening. How long have we been live for now? It has not been 30 minutes. Don't play with me. It has not been 30 minutes. Do not play with me. Do not play with me. We're about to get into their Sydney sets. Now, Sydney was their lowest scoring routine yet. 81% flat. So, yeah, we're going to watch that Sydney routine. Now, again, I'm not here to analyze these routines. No, I already did that. I already have a video all about that. I'm just here to watch. I want to be a spectator. I want to watch. I want to enjoy the performances. So let me pull up their Sydney set. Thank you. Pulling up Sydney. Round 1. Who did they compete against in Sydney? I actually don't remember who they competed against. Oh, they went against GRV. Oh, that's right. Oh, yes. You know, one thing to consider, one thing to think about, and one thing that I've even asked myself a few times is that it did the same song. No, because GRV went second. That's right, GRV went second. Never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. Scratch that thought. Scratch that thought. All right, here we go. Let's watch it. Let's cut over. Again, if you are just joining on YouTube, I'm aware you cannot see me. We have been having live issues since we started live, and even though I've been consistent, listen, even though I've been consistent, it's still challenging me. So I'm aware you can't see me. It's going to be a little different than our usual lives that we've been doing where you can't see me and we're reacting and doing it all together. But today you can't. I'm sorry.
One time. Get a one time. One time coming out of run from 'em. They might pull a gun on 'em. One time coming out of run from 'em. 'Cause they might pull a gun on 'em. So my daughter, daddy, love you when I leave the crib. Can't take the money with you, so I ice my wrist. Dog ass nigga when I'm eating on in the field, make that clear. You miss on a one time.
Nice moment, but it definitely didn't feel like it really matched with the power and the intention of the music. For sure, Brotherhood undefeated first. Listen, you never know what could happen. You never know what these teams are bringing for LA. You never know. Hey. Nice moment there, but again, this section here we kind of saw from Brotherhood that like round off cut going into yeah, similar moments that we've noticed from both. Nice moment here. Definitely just need to clean it up. Nice moment there too. Great moments from this set, that's for sure. Very great moments from this set. For it to be one of their lowest scoring sets, that's very challenging. Because it was still a great set. I think, okay, let's look into their scores really quick. Because when you look into their scores, here I am. I'm like, we're not going to do any analysis. Then here I go looking into their scores. Complexity of choreography, 7.17. Stylistic athleticism, which seems like an area where they tend to struggle if you look at their overall scores. And then technical execution, which we've kind of noticed. I'm kind of nervous for Brotherhood. They need to prep for more sets while they already put out a lot. Yeah, but hey, you know what you're signing up for, right? You know what you're signing up for. My hair looks crazy right now on TikTok Live, but that's fine. We ball. Out of everything that has happened to me today with live, not dramatic. That was very dramatic. But with the things that happened with just trying to go live, that is the last thing I'm worried about. All right, we have one more that we have to watch. However, I do have a sponsor message that I need to play. So if you're watching on TikTok, if you're watching on YouTube, you're going to see that sponsor message. And then we have one more routine from Jam Republic that we are going to watch, and then we'll close it out.
Dance Team Union regional competitions are unlike any other. DTU has created an atmosphere that is not only friendly and competitive, but brings your community together to support one another in a sport you all share and love. DTU values innovation and the determination to create. Your teams spend hours perfecting material and pushing the boundaries for choreography. It does not go unnoticed at Dance Team Union. At DTU, you do not go home empty-handed. They award placements in every division for every routine, select specialty awards to standout routines, and offer partial paid bids to our national championships and all-star worlds with their partners at the Open Championship Series. So what are you waiting for? Find out when they will be heading to a city near you and visit www.danceteamunion.com.
Everyone is fighting for second or third place, and that's that. Is the system flawed if a team can go undefeated season 1? Is the system flawed? Or is Brotherhood just that good? Listen, this video is supposed to be out Jam Republic. Let's not start getting all hype over Brotherhood. That'll be for another week. All right. Let's get into Jam's last one. Jam's last performance. If you're hopping in on TikTok, we are watching all the performances over on YouTube. No counts given. Link in the bio. We are watching the last performance, which was Jam Republic's most recent one. Round 1 from Seoul. Both. Honestly, yeah. No. I don't have an opinion. I can't have an opinion. I'm just kidding. Agreed. Okay. Here we go. Seoul. Let's go, Jam.
Beat him up one time.
And I don't want to be, because listen, like I said, I'm trying to be of support. I'm not trying to be on an analysis approach right now. However, the call out in this was just so unnecessary, and I will say it time and time and time again. The call out in here, I just didn't love it. I didn't love it. I think for JR and other teams, they heavily rely on like solos so much for their sets. Yeah, and that's something that we've been talking about throughout this live is their solos. Agreed, it was not classy at all. I agree. But it's fine. They learned. And the other thing too is that it's just very long, right? Like it drags on for so long. Great song choice. Like that solo moment right there. Could use it as a group or a roll off or some kind of moment. Hey, love that moment. Love those moments, but the movement stays very small for so long where the complexity doesn't always read all the way through. All right, I'm gonna skip watching this part. What's up, everyone? How's TikTok going? How's everyone doing on TikTok? The call out is still going. I'm trying to ignore the call out. I'm trying to watch it. Love this moment here. The staging, I don't think really takes as much depth as it should to give like a really clear overall impression. So that's something. Kyle, stop analyzing the routine. Lily, I agree. Hey, let's go. This was a great moment from Jam. This is also another great moment. What's up from New Zealand? How's it going? I know they still have the lineage on the roster, so I want to see them for the last stop. Yeah. This is a good moment too. This transition here probably could have been utilized a little more creatively. I love the intricacy in this moment here. The complexity here, I just wish they would like really focus on their posture and their weight changes and emphasize them just a little bit more so that complexity could pop out more. Love that visual. Looking forward to looking back at Royal Fam. Me too. Me too. Also Brotherhood. Brotherhood's gonna be a long video. I'm like, dang, you want me to, I gotta watch 8 Brotherhood routines. Luckily they're all entertaining, so it's like it'll be fun, right? It'll be fun. All right, putting together 4 sets for the LA series and championship sounds like HE double hockey sticks. I agree, but hey, I keep saying this, and I opened up the video with this, and I'll keep saying this. These dancers, these choreographers, the artists knew what they were signing up for from the start. I feel bad for them too. That's a lot of content That's like 10 minutes worth of content um to prepare in a month. Like that's a lot. That's a lot of work. That is a lot of work. A lot of work. Yes, Brotherhood. All right, you guys. Next week, I don't know. I'm thinking. Listen, I did it live like at 11 a.m. one time, and then I'm trying evenings, but I'm thinking I might try 11 a.m. Pacific time again. I don't know. I'm trying to find when we could get as many people. Our first two, we've had quite a few people join us, and I know these. I get people from all over, like New Zealand. Hello, New Zealand. South Africa. Someone's in here from South Africa. I'm like, I'm available all day. Hey, just let me know. We can grab some coffee, talk about IDL. All right, you guys. That is the end of today's video. Loved your collab with Jess. Please do one with her again. I plan to. Okay. I was about to close out the video, but hey, if you guys want to talk, you guys have questions, I'm available. I plan to at least go until 8 and it's 7 right now, so I still got time. Me too. I really like talking with Jess. It's really fun to talk to people that are just so passionate about dance and passionate about industries and fields that I'm also in, and have conversations that I can't have with normal people, day-to-day people. So I also really enjoy it too. I'm hoping I could do another one. We're both going to be in LA at the launch event, so I'm hoping that maybe, I know she's busy when she's there too. I need to reach out to her and see if what her availability is like, but I'm hoping me and her could meet up after IDL's completed and do like a recap, or just kind of talk about the weekend with each other, since we'll both be there, and kind of seeing it from real POV, not the live stream. Not me joining, but love from Australia. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. That is Australia, New Zealand. Where else is everyone from? Oh my gosh. And IRL recap would be so nice. And I do find as someone who watches y'all for real. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. If not in real life, then I'll have to ask her to come back on the podcast and chat a little bit more. Yeah, I'm excited though. I feel like LA is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I can't wait to see how these teams do. I cannot wait to see how they perform. I think it's going to be crazy. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. And if you are not, make sure you are following on No Counts Given, because I'm going to be doing, listen, boots on the ground journalism. Boots on the ground journalism when I am in LA. So if you are not subscribed, you need to make sure you subscribe. If you did not watch today's podcast episode where I talk about IDL, where I talk about ESPN, go and watch and support. Make sure you subscribe. Please help us get to our goal on YouTube. We are trying to get to 6,500. I almost said followers. 6,500 subscribers on YouTube. And thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate your support. See you next week. Listen, next week's going to be on Wednesday for sure. What time? I don't know. I'll try. I think I'm going to try evening one more time, see how it goes. And then we'll try an earlier time if it's absolutely needed. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your evening. Let's close it out on YouTube.